Before we start, answer this honestly. What hurts more? Someone insulting you, or someone acting like you don't even exist? Strange thing is, most people say being ignored hurts more. And today you'll understand why. Because ignoring someone is not just silence. It's psychology. Part 1, the silent weapon. Imagine this. Someone keeps trying to provoke you. They want a reaction. They push. They tease. They wait for you to respond. But you don't react. You stay calm. You act like they're not even there. And suddenly something strange happens. They become uncomfortable. Why? Because ignoring someone is not a small action. It's a psychological trigger. When a person is ignored, something wakes up inside their mind. Insecurity. A voice starts asking questions. Why am I being ignored? Did I do something wrong? Am I not important? And without saying a single word, you have already started a silent war. Pattern interrupt. But here is something most people don't realize. Ignoring is powerful, but it can also be dangerous. Let me explain. Part 2, why ignoring hurts the brain. Humans are born with one basic psychological need: attention. Think about a small child. When a baby cries, what makes it calm? Not money, not toys, just attention. When the mother looks at the baby, the child feels safe, because attention sends one message: I matter. Now here is the interesting part. Science shows that when someone is ignored, the brain activates the same pain centers as physical injury. In simple words, being ignored can feel like real pain. That's why ignoring someone often creates a mental cycle. First comes confusion. Why are they ignoring me? Then overthinking. Did I do something wrong? Then insecurity. Maybe I'm not important. And finally obsession. How do I get their attention back? Without arguing, without fighting, you have already created a storm in their mind. That is the real power of ignoring. Pattern interrupt. But here's the twist. Ignoring someone doesn't always make you win. Sometimes it creates the opposite effect. Part 3, the dangerous side of ignoring. People react to ignoring in different ways. Some people break. Their confidence drops. They stop speaking. But some people react differently. They become more determined. They make a silent promise. I will prove everyone wrong. You see this a lot in school or college. A student shares an idea. Nobody listens. At first, they feel awkward, but sometimes that feeling turns into motivation. They work harder. They study more. They push themselves. And later, they become the most successful person in the group. But not everyone reacts like that. Some people fall into overthinking, stress, sometimes even depression. That's the dark side of ignoring. A simple action like ignoring someone can either build them or break them. Pattern interrupt. So the real question is not, is ignoring powerful? The real question is, when should you ignore and when should you not? Part 4, when ignoring is the best move. Ignoring works best in 3 situations. First, when someone constantly tries to provoke you, their power comes from your reaction. No reaction, no power. Second, negative people. There are always people who complain about everything. If you listen to them too much, their negativity slowly affects your thinking. Ignoring them protects your mindset. Third, unnecessary drama. Small arguments, pointless conflicts, group gossip. None of these help your future. Sometimes the smartest move is simply walking away. Pattern interrupt. But there are also moments when ignoring becomes a mistake. Part 5, when you should not ignore. Ignoring problems does not solve them. If you are struggling with studies, health, or family issues, you need action, not silence. Also, never ignore constructive criticism. Sometimes people point out your mistakes to help you grow. And if a friend shares their pain with you, ignoring them can hurt them deeply. So remember this, ignoring is like a sword. Used correctly, it protects you. Used incorrectly, it can damage relationships. Part 6, how to use ignoring the smart way. Let's make this practical. Here are 5 simple steps. Step 1, identify. Not everyone deserves your attention. Decide who matters and who doesn't. Step 2, detach. Ignoring is not just staying silent. It means staying calm inside. If someone teases you, and you simply smile and move on, their game ends. Step 3. Focus. The less energy you spend on useless drama, the more energy you have for growth. Step 4. Consistency. Ignoring once is easy. Ignoring distractions every day is discipline. Step 5. Balance. Value the people who matter. Ignore the noise that doesn't. That balance makes you mentally strong. Final realization. Life will always give you two things. People who try to pull you down, and situations that drain your energy. You can fight every battle, argue with everyone, react to everything. But the more you react, the more power you give away. Ignoring is not about defeating others. It's about protecting your peace, protecting your focus, protecting your future. And remember this, the strongest answer is not always words. Sometimes the strongest answer is silence, because silence confuses people. Silence disturbs people, and silence can be incredibly powerful. Let me leave you with one line. People control you as long as you keep reacting. The moment you learn to ignore, you start controlling your own life. If you found this interesting, tell me in the comments. And if you want to understand more hidden psychology about human behavior, subscribe to Psycho Brain, because here, we don't just talk about psychology. We decode human nature